Hello everybody and welcome to this video. So, as some of you may well be aware, during the week it was my birthday, and to celebrate, me and a few of my mates went go-karting. But we're not just talking about piddly pedal carts here, we're talking about proper pucker petrol-powered go-karts. Yeah. Now, I have been to that place, Ella Park, once before. Again, that was to celebrate someone's birthday, although that was one of my friends. And I didn't do too great. I mean, I was quite nervous, but just generally I didn't do brilliantly. I came 12th and 13th then. But, you know, I enjoyed it, and that's what matters. However, pleased to say that those 22 previous laps of experience have paid off, and I managed to come second out of us 5 lads, which I'll take. But also, just generally, my personal performance has increased dramatically. And while we're on the subject of that, let me compare my stats from my first ever race there last year to my most recent race, so the second one yesterday. My best lap time on my first ever race there was 76.080 seconds, compared with my best lap time yesterday, which was 60.030 seconds. I managed to do 13 laps on the second race yesterday, compared with 10 on the first ever race I did there. My average lap time the first time I went there was 83.863 seconds, compared with 62.624 seconds on my second race yesterday. The gap between me and first place on the second race yesterday was 5.543, compared with a whopping 16.964 gap between me and first place first ever time I went. Pro skill first ever time I went was negative 75, compared with my highest pro skill yesterday of positive 45. Now, my pro skill for the second race yesterday was positive 23, so not quite as high as the first race yesterday, but nevertheless it was still positive, and I'm still happy with that, you know. Yeah. Now, my pro skill on the second race probably dropped a little bit because I may or may not have crashed into the same tyre wall twice on the second race. Yeah. And actually, on one of those 2 occasions, I very nearly took out Isaac as well. God knows how he managed to, keep on track, because I was trying to overtake him on the corner. I managed to just do it before I then took the corner too wide, swerved across and hit the tyre wall, and that did hurt a wee bit. I mean, obviously I'm fine, and you know, and I mean, just generally I don't actually ache as much today as I did the day after when I went for the one last year. Now let me go through yesterday in a wee bit more depth. So for starters, we rocked up at the venue, which, as I did mention, is Ella Park racetrack near Beccles. And we had to sign in, or a couple of us registered. Once that was sorted, we suited up and booted up, so to speak. Before then heading over to watch the safety brief, and after that we hopped into our allocated carts. Us juniors, under 16s, had a slow practice lap, and then we got into the race properly.
Testing the brakes now. There we go. That's the practice lap of the way out Wacky races. You just see them as they're off, and this is another group that are here. We see them on the practice lap. Here. Just catching the stragglers there. Well, this is them going for it now. It's all on through. Race is on. There they are. It's the after first session kind of get together, discuss how they did, what lap time have you got. Oh, I did better than you. No, you didn't. Yes, you did. That kind of stuff. And then comparing notes, how brave they were taking certain corners, or how wide they went even. Still never mind. Point being, they were having fun. Now, well, this lot are fueling up, getting ready for the second session. I think they're having a discussion on racing tips. Well, the only ones in here at the moment. All no doubt that'll change when this lot comes back through. Oh, look. We're having fun too, by the way. Yeah. Back to tactics again. So we're in for round 2 then. Or close to, even. Not so many this time. And it's still very cold. In fact, it's not cold, it's freezing. And I won't need the start car or the warm-up car this time. Bit of fancy footwork there for the marshal. Just checking the helmets and whatnot to make sure that they're on properly. Keeping them nice and tight, excuse me. There's our main man Alex, just got in. Down. the adults going out first. These are the juniors. And away we go. On the way out, wacky races.
Now, at the end of the second race, once again, we collected our stat sheets and compared how we did. We also grabbed some grub and some drinks, before we then sadly had to say goodbye and head our separate ways. So I really enjoyed myself yesterday, and I think my mates did as well from the feedback that I've had. Really good day, or well, evening, and yeah, it was just so much fun. If there's one thing I could improve on, it would probably have to be how tight I take the corners, because I do take them quite wide, but then that's just so that I can drift around the corners safely while still keeping the power on. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video, so I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. We do hope that you have enjoyed. If you have, please do give it a like. Leave us something nice, comment area down below. If you haven't already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please do ensure you hit that subscribe button, and when doing so, turn your notifications onto all. That way you will get notified on all future uploads, alright? Until Wednesday though, I'm going to have to say goodbye. Cheers peeps.
Thanks for watching.
We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like.
And click here to subscribe.
Don't forget to check out this other great video.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.